appreciate everyone waiting a mini moment as we get ready for Marina Michelle McCoy to share her mini magic moments with all of you.
All right. This past year, I leaned into something I now call mini magic moments. I didn't have the language for it at first, but once I did, it became a philosophy. Tonight, I would like to share with you why small moments matter. I'm fortunate enough to come from two big families, one of them being an Irish family. This is the McCoys. When we get together, we play so many games. We go on nature walks. We've taken over a karaoke bar in Colorado with 30 family members, and it's always a really, really fun time. I also come from a big Italian family called the Giacomos, and we host a Christmas party the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and it's 60 family members. We actually live streamed it this year for family members that couldn't make it, and my cousin proposed to his girlfriend while she sat on Santa Claus's lap. But through all this celebration, I was aware of the unexpected tragedy that can come. You never know when your last moment with someone may be, the last time you sit down at the table with them, the last time you get to hug them. So having this deep awareness, I am known as a sap. So every time I go skiing with my dad, I'm dancing weird in the kitchen with my family, or go gravel biking with friends, I have a deep awareness that any of these moments may never happen again. And so I cherish them as much as possible. And I also celebrate as much as I can. I've learned from the best. My mom is very into creating magical moments. And here I am in an Easter bunny costume at my aunt's Easter party, celebrating with my cousins, and she even had a petting zoo there. But then in August of 2024, I switched careers to wealth management, and time felt a little different. I had to study for 3 licensing exams, and it was a bit brutal. Meet the 3 things that I hung out with the most in 2025, the SIE book, the Series 7, and the Series 66. To many people, this is manageable, but to me, this was a big undertaking. I grew up with learning disabilities. I was in speech and reading therapy for over 8 years. So being tasked with reading 3 textbooks while managing a new career was a very humbling experience. To give context, it took me about an hour just to read 10 pages, and over the course of 3 textbooks that was 1,500 pages, it took me 150 hours just in that alone, not with all the practice exams and videos and podcasts that I listened to. But I passed all of them on my first go. It took me a little bit. I would wake up at 5:30 a.m. and study before work. I would study late at night beforehand. It took me a lot of self-discipline, and I miss being the celebrator of my community. So this is me trying to embrace a mini magic moment for my birthday, and I called it a low-maintenance birthday party, where I invited my friends down to the surf club and just had cake and pie tasting for my birthday. A mini magic moment is the art of taking an ordinary moment and making it magical. Magic doesn't require grand plans, perfect timing, or a big budget. It lives in the small things, like making homemade shortbread cookies for my coworkers just because it's Valentine's Day. It's also spontaneously making homemade popcorn and walking down to the beach with your friends and watching the sunset like you're watching a movie. I thought this was one of the most creative and clever things I did, and I was very giddy the whole time doing it because I was like, oh, we're snacking like a movie. It's also taking the time to set up a beautiful picnic. And these moments don't take long to do. It's grabbing some flowers when you're at the grocery store, farmer's market, grabbing a tablecloth, setting up reusables to make an ordinary picnic a little bit more magical while you're spending time with friends. And this is my favorite thing to do, is writing handwritten cards. all these cards I actually made to my coworker, Seychelle, who's in the audience right now. And it goes from longer ones to funny, and then just like a random sticky note saying you are the best, or you're simply the best, like Tina Turner. And then I also tracked down my best friend, Meryl, one day, just to let her know I was thinking about her. I coordinated with my friend, JP, to surprise her with a drop-off of sweet treats, just because I wanted to let her know that I care about her. And everyone loves a sweet treat. A mini magic moment is also taking an ordinary thing like charging your EV and making a charcuterie board setup. We've turned on the fireplace setting, put on jazz music. It's always a fun time. I actually met my boyfriend while we were charging our cars at the Healthy Living Supercharger back in February. And the thing is, the more you do this, the more creative you become. You just start seeing opportunities for magic everywhere. Taking 10 to 15 minutes of undistracted time without phones, music, podcasts, you'll be surprised what your mind comes up with. And this is my coworker, Seychelle. We would try to make the best out of studying on Saturdays and do a mini Vermont activity beforehand to make it a little bit more enjoyable. And a mini magic moment matters most when we feel we don't have the time, because that's when connection quietly starts to slip. So I ask you, what can you do this week to make something more magical? This beautiful ice sculpture was made by a stranger at Oakledge, and every time I walked by on my daily walk, I got a mini magic moment from it. Thank you.